What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys what is in my camera bag, which is all currently spread out on the table. Also, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm doing a giveaway, a couple of cool things here. So I'll give you guys the details about that at the end. So make sure you stick around. Alright, so I guess first things first, I should talk about the bag. So the bag that I use is the Amazon Basics camera bag. It's very simple, just basic, as you can tell by the name. I don't have any of the stuff obviously in my bag right now, but besides this stuff, I do keep like pens, a little notepad. This is a rain guard for the bag for if you're outside and it's wet. But I like this bag. It opens, it zips all the way down, and then you've just got the slots. You can use the different like dividers to set it however you want. And then on the back, it's got a laptop sleeve. And then usually on the side over here, I just use this little like water bottle pouch to store like an extra tripod or something like that. And then another cool thing I like about this bag is that it has these clips. So when you're wearing the bag, you can clip around your waist to keep it extra secure and stuff. So yeah, so that is the bag. Nothing crazy. I don't have one of those expensive amazing bags, but this bag definitely gets the job done nonetheless. And before I start showing you guys everything, I'm gonna have pretty much everything linked below. Everything that I can find Amazon links for. And I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you do happen to click one of the links and buy something, it'll cost you nothing extra and I'll get a little kickback, so that'll be cool. So yeah, anything you see here, if you want it, everything that I can find, it'll be linked in the description below. So for starters, the camera that I use the Sony a7C. I just recently got this. I upgraded from using the a6400, which is the type of camera I'm shooting on right now. And I absolutely love this camera. It's a full frame compact camera. It's got the rotating flip out screen. So it's great for like vlogging and stuff like that. It's just awesome. The form factor is nice, the build quality. I love this camera, and it has the bigger batteries. I forget the type, but these batteries are different than what the a6400 uses. And they last way longer, which is like super clutch. That was my only real gripe with the a6400, was just that the batteries, they're not very big, so they don't last super long. But these batteries much bigger, which is awesome. And then it just has, you know, the traditional like the mic input. I think it also has a headphone input. Maybe not. So it's got a mic input. No, it does have a headphone input. Okay, the HDMI, all that good stuff. Another great thing about it is that the SD card slot is on the side of the camera instead of underneath. So like when I have it mounted on a tripod or something, I don't have to go through the battery door to get to the SD card anymore. I can just go through the side. So that's awesome right there. So yeah, this is the camera. It's the a7C. And like I said, I have been definitely loving it so far. All right, so next is the main lens that I usually use. Also, just a little side thing. These are lens caps. They're just silicone, so they're really good, you know, if you're in a hurry and you don't actually want to put the plastic lens cap on, or if you just want like extra protection for, you know, the lens itself. These were like, I think $8 for a 2-pack of these. So I don't remember what brand they are, but I'll have them linked below as well. So the first lens I use is just the Sony 28-60 kit lens. This is a full frame kit lens, so it goes perfectly with the a7C, and I end up just getting it with that. And I know kit lenses sometimes get a bad rep, but I love this lens. I think it's really sharp. It's versatile, you know, like the 28-60 range, so you can do a lot of different stuff with it. And it's just, like I said, it's a good overall lens. I definitely would like to get a slightly wider one for vlogging, but I have vlogged with this lens before, so it's not like terrible for that. So you can definitely still vlog with it if you're on, you know, full frame, obviously. But yeah, so that is the main lens I use, is the Sony 28-60 full frame lens. The next lens I have is the Sony 30mm macro, and this one, obviously, this one's taking a beating. You can see here, this thing's been through some shit. But I use this obviously for like macro shots. So for close-up stuff, it's a fixed focal length, so it's just 30mm. And I mean, it's great. It's great for macro stuff. I use it for like maybe product shots, or some B-roll if you're doing like maybe outdoor stuff like flowers and plants and things like that. And again, it's like not super expensive. All the lenses I currently have are all Sony. Like I would love to get like maybe a Tamron or a Rokinon or a Sigma lens, but for now I just use Sony lenses, and they've been fine for me. So that is my second lens, is the Sony 30mm macro. And then lastly, the newest edition, I got the Sony 50mm f1.8. This is like a portrait lens. It's great for the background blur. Great for getting like the bokeh and the background shots, stuff like that. And again, another inexpensive, good Sony lens in my opinion. It's a very fast lens at 1.8, so it's great in low light. Like I said, it's great for portrait stuff, for that background blur. It's definitely the fastest lens out of these three by far. And yeah, it's, like I said, I'm excited to start using this some more and getting some really cool like portrait and like close-up shots of people. So that is my third and final lens, is the f1.8 50mm prime lens. And then for those lenses, I have two different ND filters. This one is for the 28 to 60. This one right here is for the macro and the portrait lens. The first one is a Gobe. The brand is called Gobe. I use this one. I used to have the 16 to 50mm, you know, pancake kit lens, so that's why I got it. But it has the same thread mount as my new kit lens. Just very simple, compact. Like I said, it's variable, so it's got different stops, and it's worked wonderfully for me. So that's definitely, if there's one thing I'd recommend, you definitely want to have ND filters for your lenses, because when you're outside and it's bright, you know, you can really mess with the ISO, and you can crank up the aperture and stuff like that, but it's just gonna make it way harder to edit. You're gonna lose quality and stuff like that. So if you have ND filters, you can compensate for that without having to change your exposure settings and all that stuff. And then this one is by a brand called K&F Concept. And again, same thing, just a variable ND filter, really nice quality. I kind of think this one has a little bit better quality than the Gobe, build quality wise at least. But like I said, they're both still good lenses. Like they are ND filters. They're both fantastic. I've had no problem with them. So these are two really good, inexpensive ND filters. Next up is this big boy. Ugh. This is my Neewer. I never know how to pronounce this brand. I think it's Neewer or Neewer. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna call it Neewer. This is a my tripod here. This I think is like $180, which, like, you know, to some people might seem a little ridiculous, but it's really not with what it can do. It's incredibly good build quality. Like, this is full on metal, and it extends like super far. One of the really cool things about this is that this middle leg right here can actually detach and become a monopod. So you got a tripod, you got a monopod, and then what it also does is when you unfold it, the top can actually drop downwards, so you can get some really good overhead shots. So this thing has been fantastic. Like I said, it's got excellent build quality, it's super versatile, and it's not like crazy big either. The way it folds up like this, like, yes, it's kind of heavy, but it's not like, you know, the biggest tripod in the world either. So I would definitely recommend grabbing this thing if you want a really good, versatile, heavy-duty tripod. Speaking of tripods, I've got the Manfrotto Pixie Mini. This is my go-to like vlogging, you know, tripod. It's small. It's, again, good build quality. You can set it up. It's got the rotating ball head joint, which is awesome because you can get whatever angle you need. And like I said, it's just perfect for vlogging. It fits nicely in the hand. It's comfortable, heavy duty. I use this thing like all the time. This is probably my most used tripod actually for when I'm, you know, out and about and stuff like that. So yeah, Manfrotto Pixie Mini tripod. And last but not least, we got the Joby GorillaPod. I don't know exactly which style this is because I think they have different ones, but I don't use this super often. This is kind of like more like a situational type of thing. Like, the case when I would really use this is probably if I needed to like wrap this around like a tree branch or like a guardrail or something like that to get like a really unique shot, or if I just wanted like a kind of like a crazy unique angle. As you can see, these things pop out, which is nice because you can just kind of like take them out and adjust as you need. But the reason I don't like it is because obviously since it is so adjustable, it doesn't, you know, it's not like these other tripods where the legs just open and they go to where they go. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get like really balanced or straight shots. So like I said, I don't really use this that often, but it is a kind of comfortable one for vlogging. You could definitely use that, but you know, my A7C is not that big. It's still a compact mirrorless, so the Manfrotto Pixie Mini is the more compact way to go, so that's usually what I do. But yeah, Joby definitely makes some good stuff, so you can't go wrong if you do decide to get this one. As far as my microphone, I use the Rode VideoMic Go, an incredibly popular microphone. Again, you can't really go wrong with this one. Rode is one of the best microphone manufacturers that there is, and they make excellent, you know, vlogging microphones, XLR mics, all different kind of microphones. But this one's been awesome. It comes with its, you know, the little shock mount, and the thing I like the most about it very similar to the mic that I used to use, is that it's not battery powered. So you just plug it into the camera, and the camera's battery is what provides the power. So you don't have to worry about turning it on and off or putting batteries in it and stuff like that. All you do is plug it into the camera and you're good to go. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, the Rode VideoMic Go, definitely a great microphone option. The other microphone that I use from time to time is just this very simple lav mic by a brand called Pop Voice. Definitely like just some like cheap, inexpensive thing. I got it for I think like $15 on Amazon. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty good quality. It's a good lav mic. It's got like this nice little clip here. It's super long wire, so you can be very far away from your camera and still use it. And like I said, I personally prefer either a boom mic or just the vlogging mic if I'm close to the camera. So I don't often use this, but it is nice to have. And also this particular one comes with an attachment so that you can use it on your phone, which is nice too. So yeah, this is the Pop Voice lavalier mic. Next up, we got the Zhiyun Weebill S. This is my stabilizer. I love this thing. I think it was like about $350 new, which is really not that expensive for stabilizers. Zhiyun and like DJI, a couple other manufacturers make some really good stabilizers, but this one's been fantastic. The reason I like it so much is because obviously it's compact, but it's still good enough, to hold my A7C or my A6400 before that. My favorite part about this tripod is that the handle for it, first of all, it folds out, so you can set this up like, as a tripod if you wanted it to. But it's just got a thread mount right here, and it screws either underneath or in the slot here. So you can either screw it in underneath like this, and then you can just hold it up and get shots like that, or if you're doing like, a pan follow, something like that. But you can also just unscrew it, and then you could just put it in up here and kind of get those like, underneath type of shots, or if you just prefer to have this kind of grip on it. So that's, like I said, a really awesome perk of this stabilizer. And not to mention the batteries that it comes with are awesome. They last, I think they can give you like as long as 11 hours on a full charge, which is insane. And they come with wires that you can plug into your camera so that the battery from the stabilizer can actually charge your camera, which is super clutch. And like I said, especially when I was using the A6400 and I didn't have a big battery, I would usually plug it into the stabilizer because I knew I wouldn't use the stabilizer, for the entire day. And then the batteries from the stabilizer were able to keep the stabilizer charged as well as the camera for like plenty of time, more time than I would ever need. So yeah, the Zhiyun Weebill S, amazing stabilizer. If you're using like a compact camera or maybe a very small DSLR, I forget what the exact weight capacity is, but like I said, I've used an A6400 and an A7C, and it's been just fine. So yeah, that's the stabilizer that I use. Next is the newer, I think this is a 5-inch LCD external monitor. This thing is great. It comes with a little bracket, which I don't have right now, but it comes with a bracket that you can mount to, and the bracket also has a cold shoe slot, so if you wanted to put like a microphone or something on it. But this is just great. It's always good to have like an external monitor. When I set up in my house like this, I usually connect it to my television screen, so that's my monitor. But if I'm out and about, I use this, and then you just plug in the battery in the back, and you're good to go. But it's great because first of all, you can get a better resolution. You have a bigger screen space than just whatever the LCD on your camera has to offer. So that's really good. And like I said, just having that extra space, or being able to move this around away from your camera so you can have a closer view. Whatever you need it for, it's always good to have an external camera monitor in your setup. Next is, of course, my SD cards, which I have in this carrier here. I forget the name of the brand. It might even just be an Amazon Basics, but like I said, I'll have everything linked below if you want to check it out. This is cool because it's just an easy way to store all of my SD cards and keep it in one place. As you can see, I've got 3 64GB ones. I've got my 128, which is in the camera right now, and I also have a 128 and a 32GB micro over here. These are just extra, micro adapters that I just keep because I have them. But yeah, so I keep all my SD cards in here, which is super clutch because if you make videos or if you do photography, that they're probably one of the worst problems you can run into is not having an SD card or running out of space. So I always keep extra ones and make sure that I got plenty for whatever kind of project I might be doing. Alright, so as far as lighting goes, I carry 2 lights with me. The first one is a Sunpack LED light. I'm not sure if there's an Amazon link for it. If I can find it, it'll definitely be in the description, but I got this at Best Buy. So if I cannot find an Amazon link, I'll definitely put the Best Buy link if you guys want to check that out. This thing is a really good light. It's incredibly bright. I'm not even sure if you can tell how bright it is just from looking at it in the camera, but this is a really bright light. So it's really not actually that good if you're doing like vlogging. You know, if you want to do like nighttime vlogging and light yourself up, it's actually not that good for that because it's so bright. It's just going to destroy your eyes, right? So if you're going to do vlogging, you want to get something else, and don't worry, I got another option for you. But if you're going to do vlogging, definitely don't use this for vlogging. But it's great if, you know, you got the camera set up a few feet away from you, something like this, or if you want to light a room or light a subject and you're behind the camera, then it's great for that. It has a 3/4 inch thread mount as well as a cold shoe. So you can mount this thing onto cameras, you can put it onto tripods, and pretty much anywhere else you would want to put it. So that's really good. Another cool thing is it has these little like diffuser doors, and you could just slide them, you know, in and out. And what it does is this pretty much just helps with the light a little bit, and it kind of like helps with the shadows and stuff and the brightness. There's a clear one, and then I have an orange tungsten one as well. So if you want to go with like a little bit of a warmer light, you can do that. So that's really good. The only thing I don't like about this light is the fact that it's battery powered. It's powered by just AA batteries, which kind of sucks because then you have to remember to carry extra batteries with you and make sure it's charged and all that stuff. So that's probably the only downside. But overall, for I think, what is this, $30? It's definitely a good lighting option. I think I just broke this shit. Well, I guess that thing's like it broke. The next light I use, which is my new preferred light, and I just recently got this. It's called, actually I forget what it's called, but it's a light by a brand called Ulanzi. It's a little LED light. Again, same thing. You can mount this onto a tripod or the cold shoe or whatever you want to do. But this thing is awesome. So first of all, it's rechargeable. It charges with USB-C, which is great because then you don't have to worry about that other problem, which is carrying extra batteries and all that good stuff. When you turn it on, so not only does it do, you know, white, warm, and cool, but it does colors. So you can just go through and cycle, and you know, you hold on to the button and it'll slowly but surely start changing the colors for you. So you can get any color you want, like all the different color temperatures. Again, you can switch between cool light and warm light. So this is like a super versatile light. You can literally get anything you could ever imagine with it. And then another nice thing, if you guys can see, is that the back of the display actually tells you the battery percentage, how bright it is, and what color temperature you're on. So that's awesome too, because you can just see all that stuff. It's really easy to like navigate and understand. And on top of that, another amazing thing about this is it actually has 3 different cold shoe slots. So if you wanted to set up some crazy rig, like you want to put this on your camera's cold shoe and then put a monitor over here and a microphone here or something like that, like you have 3 slots for that. So you can put all different kinds of accessories and gadgets. So this little tiny thing is a beast. I would definitely recommend grabbing this for pretty much anything. You can definitely vlog with this because of the fact that you can adjust the brightness so much. Like I said, if you want to do like some cool accent lighting with different colors and stuff like that, this thing can do anything you need it to. For the price, I don't even know if there's a better option out there, honestly. So definitely a must-have, I would say. Now this next thing, I do usually keep it in my camera bag, kind of just in case, but it's more of like a very specific use case type of thing. This is the Insta360 One X 360 degree camera. So this thing is awesome. I've done some really cool videos with this thing in the past. When I went to New York City, I also went like down by the river in my town. It can get some awesome shots. It's also probably really good if you're doing like interview stuff, because you could just set this up in the middle of the room and get every angle you need if you're doing like an interview, so you don't have to worry about having a second camera. I really love this camera. Honestly, there's a newer version of it, but I haven't upgraded to the newer version. But you can do some awesome shots. And then the case that I have it in is just for, you know, extra batteries and a cleaning cloth and thing like that. But this thing is awesome. And the thing that I have that pairs well with this is their like selfie stick. It's called, I think, the Bullet Time, you know, selfie stick, whatever. And the craziest thing about this, I still couldn't even explain it to you, but basically when you have the camera mounted to this selfie stick, when you're recording, the software in the camera eliminates the selfie stick. So it literally looks like it's just floating, like the camera's floating, almost like your own little personal mini drone flying above you. Like, I've gotten some awesome shots, and I'll put some of them on the screen if I haven't already yet. But yeah, so this thing, like I said, you can definitely get some cool shots. You wouldn't really use it for just traditional filming, or like probably not much for vlogging or anything like that, because because the microphone in it is terrible. But if you're getting like some cool B-roll, or you want to do some like tiny world shots and stuff like that, this camera combined with this selfie stick, definitely an awesome combination. Next up, my little cleaning case. This is one of the more boring things I know, but it's essential. So I keep this thing, I think is called a rocket blower or duster, or I forget the name. Like, I'll have it on the screen probably, but this thing is awesome because pretty much all it does is just blows air. But this is great for cleaning dust, like off of the sensor or off of your lens or whatever. Like, it's definitely a camera cleaning essential to have one of these. And then I just have some cleaning spray, like a microfiber cloth, and this is a camera pen, which is really cool because it has a little like brush that extends. So again, if you want to get like dust and things like that off your camera or off the sensor or whatever. And then on the back end, it has what they call the pen part. I don't really know what this material is, but basically you rub it around like a lens and it kind of cleans it off. So again, take care of your camera. You know, nobody wants to have like dirty or dusty cameras. So take care of your cameras and definitely get you, spend you a few dollars on some good camera cleaning stuff. And last but not least, before I get into the like editing aspect of stuff, is an essential. This might not be very exciting to some people, but I actually literally asked for this as a Christmas gift, is gaffers tape. This stuff is an essential. So basically what it is it's tough tape. It's like very strong tape, but it doesn't leave residue like duct tape. Like if you've used duct tape before, obviously, when you try to take it off of something, it's this nasty, sticky residue. This doesn't leave that. And this is something you should always carry on you because you might need to, tape or mount a light to something or a microphone, or, instead of having to bring a bunch of different stands with you, you might just be able to kind of ghetto rig it and just use some gaffers tape. So for a few dollars, a roll of gaffers tape, I think this was just like an Amazon Basics gaffers tape. Definitely worth spending a few dollars on because again, you never know when you're going to need it or what you might need to tape up or tape down, or if something breaks or just whatever the case is, this will cover you for all that stuff. So now for the editing part, old reliable here. This is my 2015 MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM. I'm not gonna get like super into the specs or anything like that, but this is the laptop that I do all of my editing off of. So sometimes if I'm like out, maybe if I'm on a vacation or if I'm out and about and I know that I'm gonna need to be editing or viewing footage the same day, I'll bring this. This is a great one. It's a little bit older, like I said, it's 2015, but it's got like a lot of ports and stuff. And then I just have this dongle mounted to it. This is just an Anker dongle, which is awesome. And then I use the reliable Samsung T5. I use a 500 gigabyte hard drive to edit off of. So this hard drive is literally just only for editing. I save my Final Cut library on there, and then when I'm done editing, I just wipe it out. And then this is the SanDisk Extreme Pro 500 gigabyte SSD. These are both great. They're super compact. They're solid state drives, so they're very fast. They're not, hard disks, so they don't have a fan. They're not super bulky or anything like that. And then I just use Velcro just to, tape them or, connect them to the back of the computer so that I don't have to worry about them falling off or wires getting all over the place. So these two hard drives, 100% would recommend. And if you look up reviews, you'll find thousands and thousands of good reviews on these. So definitely two of the better, if not the best, SSDs that you can get. So that is the computer. This is my mouse. This I consider an essential. This is the Logitech G602 wireless mouse. I love this because it has, I think, a total of like 11 programmable buttons, and I've programmed every single one of those buttons. Like, this thing has saved me so much time on editing. I program different functions like copy and paste and blade tool, select tool, all this different stuff. This thing helps my editing go so much faster, and it's just a great mouse. Logitech makes awesome mice. It's very reliable, like super comfortable in the hand in my opinion. So this is my editing mouse, and if I'm out and about, if I have my computer, I definitely have my mouse with me as well. And last but not least are my headphones. These are the headphoons that I use to edit. These are the Sony, hold on, I gotta find the thing because Sony always has the craziest names. These are the Sony WH-XB900Ns. So I'll never remember that, but these are awesome headphones. They're super comfortable. They're great wireless headphones. They have noise canceling, and as most of you probably already know, Sony makes awesome headphones, especially over the ear ones. So these are great for that. But what I use it for when editing is I actually just plug the wire in and I use it to edit. You can hear a lot better. Usually if I'm editing at home, I'll use my desk speakers, but like I said, if I'm out and about, I definitely will use these, and I prefer to use them wired so that there's no lag or latency or anything like that. So yeah, these are my go-to headphones, not only for like listening to music and audio and stuff, but also for editing. So that's what I use these for. And like I said, if I'm out and about, I definitely have these with me as well. So that is about it. That is the stuff that I will typically carry with me. Obviously not all of this stuff all at the same time, but this is pretty much my go-to stuff. Like 80 to 85% of this is on me at all times. And then like I said, there's a few things in here that are kind of situational, depends on what the case is, that I might have them with me as well. But for the most part, this is my gear. This is the stuff that I have invested my money into and the stuff that I stand by. And like I said, you know, this is all great stuff. I use it on a daily basis. So if you see anything that you like here or that you want to try out, I will try to have every single thing linked below so that you guys can go check it out if you want to. All right, so now for the part I know you guys have all been waiting for is the giveaway. These are the few items that I'm giving away for the next giveaway. Just a few things: an LED light strip, you know, a little phone holder that you can do like vlogging and stuff with, wireless headphones, a battery bank. Nothing crazy, nothing like super top of the line here, but hey, who doesn't like free stuff? So if you want to win all of these things here, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, follow me on Instagram, I'll have the link below, as well as my name up here somewhere, and just drop a comment. Let me know, out of all the gear, what would you want? What do you use? If you have any questions, just drop a comment, any kind of comment in the video, and make sure you put your Instagram handle, because that's where I'm going to contact the winner. And I will run this contest until March 7th. So about 2 weeks from now, I'll pick the winner, and then I'll send that stuff out. Like I said, I'll contact you via Instagram. So if you want to win a couple of cool free things, then that's all you gotta do. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and drop a comment and put your handle. And that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.